There is this false belief out there that as a small business owner, you don't need a website. I guess that's why 30% of all small business owners out there don't have a website. Unfortunately, in this day and age that we live in, you actually really do need a website. And in this video, I'm going to break down for you 5 reasons as to why you should have a website. And towards the end of this video, I'm going to provide you with 3 top tips for creating an outstanding website design for your business. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Joy Nicholson, and this channel is about providing you with tips and tools to grow your habits, your mindset, and also your business. So in saying that, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. Let's dive into the top 5 reasons as to why you should have a website. Number 1, you can control your content. Now think about it this way. If you only rely on social media as your main platform and you don't actually have a website, what's going to happen when it gets shut down? If Facebook is shutting down or Instagram is shutting down, and by the way, this happened the end of 2021, what happens then to your business? Can your customers then still find you if you don't actually have a website or a sales funnel that they can go to? Even if it's just for a few hours, these things happen. Or even worse, your account could be spammed by other people, or it could be hacked and you lose everything. Being in the business for many, many years now, I actually personally know people that this has happened to, and you don't want that to happen to you. So therefore, you do need a website because then you can control your content. Number 2, people find you more trustworthy and reliable. If you only have a Facebook account and you don't actually have a website, how reliable do you think you are out there for consumers that will potentially come to your business? People do find you more serious if you actually have a website. They would think and feel that you are more invested in your business because you are willing to update your content on your website and provide them with services on your website. So yes, trust factor is really important, and it does help your small business to stand out if you actually have a website. Now, number 3, you can sell a product or a service from your website or even collect contact information. It is so much easier to do it from your website than from Facebook, especially if you are not just Facebook, any other social media platform. Even if you are in a competitive industry like fitness and finance, it's really competitive out there in the social media space. And your page can get taken down by Facebook or any of these other social media platforms very quickly if you break the rules. And again, it comes back to the previous point where you can control the content. Number 4, it is easier to keep your content up to date. When you have a homepage, you just change what you need to change. You can change your pages, etc. If you have a social media account or various social media accounts, and that is your only place for keeping information up to date, it can become quite overwhelming because there's a lot going on a certain social media platform. I mean, people scroll, it gets lost, etc. So it is much easier to update your content on your website. Tip number 5 on why you should have a website before I get into the designing tips, and that is SEO, search engine optimization. If you go and Google a business, for example, I have my little boy's 5-year-old birthday coming up, and he really wants a jumping castle. I didn't go to Facebook to go and find a jumping castle. I went to Google and I chose the company that was coming up in the ranks of Google. So if you sort out your SEO in a proper way, you can rank as a local business on the Google SEO ranking algorithms. And that's why it's also important to have a website. Now it's time to dive into the top 3 tips to creating an outstanding website design. Did you know that about 75% of people out there that go onto your website actually judge your website by the way that it looks? I know, 75%. And because of that, they will just drop off if they don't feel like your design is up to scratch or it's just not relatable with what they are looking for. And you don't want to lose customers based on a designing error that you can actually fix very quickly. So let's dive into the top 3 tips. Number 1, make sure that the first fold of your website has a call to action. For example, when you scroll, the first bit there, that's called the first fold. And in that first part, it's also known as a shop window. You need to have a call to action in that section, because if you have a call to action, people would actually be able to click immediately without having to scroll. So you really need to make that first bit stand out. Let it have a strong hook and hook somebody in when they look at your website. That is really important. Number 2, keep your homepage minimalistic. You don't want people to just scroll and scroll and scroll. The reality is they are not going to read any of that. So keep it simple, keep it real. So if you have a little video clip on your website on the homepage specifically, that is really good. Or if you don't feel comfortable with video, just have a picture. That's also really good. And tell a story where possible. It is really important to let people know exactly what you do, and your homepage can tell that story for you. And even just having a little blurb about your company in story form is really good. So down below, there is actually a little swipe file, or should I say a little mini workbook that you can download that gives you the do's and don'ts on storytelling. And number 3, make sure that your website is mobile friendly. If your website is not mobile friendly, you're going to lose people. Imagine you scroll, and I mean, I've seen this so many times myself, where you scroll on somebody's website on your phone, and then there's these massive text things. That's terrible. So make sure that your website is mobile friendly. Make sure that your buttons work so people can click through and do things. It is really, really important. I hope you found this video helpful. Please do hit the subscribe button and share this video with other people that can benefit out of this, and drop a comment below. What is your favorite part of this video? And also there's a recommendation, or should I say a recommended video, that is a drag and drop software that I recommend that you can use to actually build out a very easy website for yourself. I'll see you guys in the next video.